As you exhale, let your mouth open, let everything out. Just gonna feel the shoulders fall away from your ears. Do that one more time. Breathe in deeply through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then either allowing the eyes to close or lowering your gaze. Just start to deepen your breath here. And just relax your arms, however they fall on your lap. Think about releasing tension from the tops of the shoulders and the face. And then begin to deepen your breath, sending the breath low into the belly. As you breathe in, think about allowing the belly to expand outward. As you breathe out, think about releasing the breath, slowly drawing the navel into the spine. So really being mindful of lowering the breath into the lowest part of your belly, really allowing the rib cage to expand with each inhale. Really taking this time to be present with your breath. Allowing yourself this space, this break in your day. Just putting a pause on the mind chatter. And just dedicating this time for yourself. So this week, our weekly intention is mindful transitions. And if you had a chance to read through that in the daily briefing, maybe you're already familiar with it, but I want you to think about really taking your time as you move from one pose to the next today, and really focusing on making that transitional intentional. So instead of just hurrying up to get into the next pose, really take time to notice yourself as you're making the transitions. Notice kind of those micro adjustments that might come as you're adjusting your foot, or your arm, or your head and neck. And then when you move off of your mat today, I want you to think about that same concept of mindful intentions, moving mindfully from point A to point B. And kind of now in this time of social distancing, where we're not really connected with one another, just taking time as you move about your workplace to maybe make eye contact with someone, maybe giving them a subtle wave, a head nod, just acknowledging and really making a point to notice what you're experiencing in your space or in your environment. And then also to be mindful as you make those transitions, really just noticing the space around you, people around you, and how you feel. So as you continue to breathe deeply today, I want you to set an intention or a dedication for your practice. Maybe it's just really keying into those mindful transitions. Maybe there's someone in your life that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, or that maybe needs a little bit of extra positivity sent their way, like probably most of us could benefit from. Maybe it's dedicating your practice to yourself. Whatever it is, breathing deeply into that intention for the next 2 or 3 breath cycles. And then we're going to take 2 more cleansing breaths. So breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling through an open mouth. Good. One more time. Inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then keeping your eyes closed, or maybe just gently opening them, we're going to start to invite some movement into the head and neck. So you're either in a modified hero pose with your legs stacked, or just a cross-legged pose. Let your arms relax down at your sides. And then we're going to slowly start to turn and look over our right shoulder. So just gazing back to the back right corner of the room. And then slowly move back to the center and turn and look to the left corner. We'll do that one more time, bringing their head back to center, turning and looking to the right. slowly coming back to center, turning and looking to the left. And then as you come back to the center, take a breath in, find some length in your spine. And then as you exhale, I want you to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and just start to circle out that left wrist. So kind of reaching and extending your fingers, making a small circular motion one direction, and then the opposite direction. And then releasing that hand, dropping your chin down to the chest, taking a pause here, allowing the breath to flow to the back of the neck, creating space between each vertebrae, and bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. So being mindful to keep that opposite shoulder down, extending through the fingers. Go ahead and circle out the wrist one direction, and then the opposite direction. Coming back to the center, bringing your head back to center, taking a breath in, lifting your chin this time. Think about opening at the base of the throat, gazing upward towards the ceiling. And then use your exhale to come back to center. Go ahead and interlace your thumbs or your fingers back behind you. Open your chest and pull down and back through the shoulder blades. You're gonna take a deep breath in here. On your exhale, I want you to fold forward. Let your hands float off the sacrum. As you inhale, draw the hands down towards the sacrum, bring your trunk back up, lift your chin, coming to center. And then exhale, round and fold again. Let your arms float up. Inhale, draw the trunk up, lift your gaze, lift your chin, opening the chest and shoulders. Exhale, round and fold. Let your arms float up. Good, last time, inhale, draw down with the hands, opening the chest and shoulders, pausing here. Think about your heart and your base of your throat being open as you pull the shoulder blades together. Good, use your exhale to release out of it. So depending on what position you're in here, we're gonna come to a side sit. So if you're in easy pose, you'll just kind of shift your legs to the side. We're actually gonna come into a what we call cow face pose. So just showing you from behind, you're gonna start with your left leg and cross it over your right leg. So left leg is gonna be on top. So I'm mirroring you here from the front. You're doing your best to stack the knees here, okay? So if you were in easy pose, you're gonna take your left leg, slide it across. So your knees are stacked on top of each other, and everyone is not gonna be able to achieve this pose. So if you cannot achieve this pose, I just want you to work in that direction. So your feet are gonna be splayed out to the side. Take a nice deep breath in to find some length. And then as you exhale, I want you to slowly take that left arm, bring it up next to your ear. So you're kind of opening this part of the shoulder. You're gonna bend at the elbow, kind of working those fingers down your back without kind of crouching on your head and neck. So keep your chest open. With your right hand, you're gonna bring that across to your low back. I don't want you to focus on touching your hands together. I just want you to focus on opening your chest and shoulders. So it doesn't matter if your hands come to touch in the back. Take a nice deep breath and notice your posture. So it's a little bit of lengthening through the hips. I see Tad giggling. A little bit of length. This is our Gumby pose, right? Our pretzel pose. If you feel some flexibility into your hips, you could even hinge forward a little bit. So that's gonna give you a little bit more opening into the hips. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your arms down. So the leg that's crossed over on top is your left leg. Now I want you to just plant that sole of the foot on the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. With your right arm, you're gonna draw that knee across, turn and look to the left. You're gonna use that left hand as a kickstand in line with your sacrum. So as you explore this twist, you're kind of angling that knee to the opposite shoulder. Continuing to breathe. So take a breath in, find length in your spine. As you exhale, think about that left shoulder blade pulling in and down. Good, one more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center. Good, take a nice deep breath in. your right hand is gonna come down, your left arm is gonna reach up and over. And if you can't get it, just sit easy pose with your legs. Don't worry about it. So little side stretch here, reaching up and over. Good, deep breath in, sweep that arm all the way back up, and as you exhale, release back to center. Good, you're gonna release your legs. Go ahead and extend them out and just pedal out your feet a little bit. So take a little breather. We're gonna do that cow face pose on the second side. So what you're gonna end up doing is this time your right leg is gonna be on top. You're gonna do your best to stack your knees one on top of the other. So you're stacking your knees one on top of the other, your feet are flared out to the side. If that doesn't work out for you, then just have the right leg on top. Take a nice deep breath in. This time your right arm is gonna reach up next to your ear. As you exhale, your fingertips are gonna reach towards your back. So you're opening this part of your shoulder. Think about pressing your armpit forward. Keep lifting through your heart. Good, you're gonna take that left arm, reach it around to your low back, but keep pulling your shoulders open. So your shoulder blades are open. Taking a nice deep breath in, try to relax through your hips. If you'd like, you're gonna hinge forward just slightly, feeling a little bit more of a stretch into the glutes and the rotators of the hip. Good, bring your inhale to take your trunk back up to center. As you exhale, release your arms. This time still sitting tall. That top leg, the sole of the foot is gonna plant on the outside of your left leg. Sit nice and tall with your left arm. Draw the leg across, turn and look back to the right. Using that right hand as your kickstand. Breathe in, rooting down, lifting the top of your head up. So today we're also going to focus on those mindful transitions, but we're also going to focus on twists. We're going to do lots of different twists today. Taking one more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center. Good, take that left hand, set it down, reach your right arm up and over. Side stretch. Gaze can be up or down, whatever feels best on the neck. Breathe in, bring your body back up to center. As you exhale, release down. Good, let's make our way over to tabletop now. So you're gonna come over into tabletop, hands and knees. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. We're gonna start to cycle through cat and cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Neck is long, cow pose. As you exhale, tuck and round, cat. Cycle through several of those at your own pace. So inhale to cow, exhale to cat. And if you want, as you press into cat, start to shift those hips side to side, opening the side bodies. Continuing to breathe here. So this is really your time to flow with your breath. Kind of seeing what feels good for you.